Well, good morning, viewers. Today we have this 2014 Ram 1500 4x4 with the 5.7 Hemi. We did some work on it a few weeks ago with the gear shift lever not shifting out of park and jamming. And it was a frustrating repair because it was intermittent. Now, yesterday it apparently acted up again where it won't crank. And he said he couldn't shift it out of park. So the gear shift indicator indicates park, but there's no crank event. And I don't hear the starter relay clicking. Now I'm not sure. Oh, wait. Listen for that starter relay. I think this might just have a failed starter. Well, we're going to put the scanner on it and see if we have any codes. So we're doing a network code scan on this vehicle. No codes in the engine, no codes in the transmission, no codes in the ABS, no codes in the airbag, no codes in the drawers modules, drivetrain control module. It just doesn't start. Tire pressure sensor, no signal from the tire pressure sensor. And that's the end of the report. So there's no help from code-wise from this thing. And all the OBD2 tests have run and passed. So the battery hasn't been recently disconnected, or we didn't lose battery power. So let's go back to the engine control and see if no security related codes. I'm going to look around in the data list and see if I can see the status of the starter. Pick up when I find the data list. So I pulled up a custom data list and I've got the ignition switch filtered state, ignition switch status, and I couldn't find a PID that indicates crank request. But let's see if it shows ignition crank. Ignition switch on. Well, I'm going to get a schematic and find out where the starter relay lives. So the starter relay is K7, which is this one over here. It would be this relay right here. So if I had a helper here, I would listen for the relay to click. But I'm going to get a tester and put it on the relay. Okay, so I've got the relay breakout box from Lyle installed, and I've got a test light 194 bulb wired across in parallel to the control side of the circuit, which is pin 85 and 86. And when I turn the key to crank, if the control circuit is energizing, that test light should light up. So let's see that. Can't see the test light from here. I gotta put the test light where I can see it. Let's see if it lights up. Yes, it does. Didn't hear the relay click. So let's put a relay switch in. Make sure this is off. Let's tilt this up a bit so we can see it. So the control circuit is working, the starter's not responding. This will bypass the relay. You can hear the starter solenoid click slightly. So this thing needs a starter. Might be able to get it to go by tapping on it. maybe I'll try that. Okay, I'm going to try turning this switch on. It is on. And I'm going to try tapping on the starter with a bar. I'm not sure I'm hitting the starter. Can't see out here. I got to get a light. So I put my test light between 30 and 87, and it lights up indicating that there's continuity through the solenoid, but I'm suspecting that that test light will extinguish when I turn the key to crank because of the relay contacts closing. Here we go. Yeah. So I bet you the motor terminal wire is corroded off of the starter. And if you can hear the relay clicking now. And the computer controls the starter, and it attempts to crank it for like 10 seconds, and if it doesn't start, then it gives up. It doesn't set a code, so this thing needs a starter. So there you can see the motor terminal. It's corroded right off on the starter. So we're going to inspect the ring gear, clean the mounting surfaces, and clean the cables and connections, and put another starter in this thing. So we're going to see if this thing starts. So we'll finish buttoning it up, put the cover on the fuse panel, and we'll call this one fixed.